Rugby.
What?
We were just talking about, since we have 12 people, right after the trial's over, we're going to just try queuing up for a battleground. We're not going to actually run it, but just to see if it works. If all 12 people go into the same one.
Yay. The excitement.
I was like, at first I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
That excitement. It's real.
We know you did it.
I didn't do it. It wasn't
You
me.
did do it.
What did I do this time?
You did all the things this time. Just whatever was done, just accept it.
Just all of it.
Come on, Rugby. Like, right now it's your fault. You're crashing and not coming in, just taking your time. You're right. We do blame him for everything. Now I feel kind of bad.
Rugby's like the class clown.
Load screen.
No, that's Google.
Yeah,
No,
fair.
that is definitely Google.
That's fair.
Straight up Google.
That's why we love him.
Oh, there he is. Alright, Rugby, when you get in, go ahead and just pick up the quest, because the last one here, then everybody should get a prompt to pick up the quest as well. And that'll be our cue to go. And
You couldn't but help but notice that giant griffin behind you.
that doesn't help us at all.
It's so beautiful though.
Right?
When can we get a griffin mount? That's the
Right?
question.
I mean,
oh my
she
god,
has
that's
a griffin
exactly what I
mount.
was thinking
Dude,
of.
we need one.
I don't just want a griffin mount. I want a griffin flying mount.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say, I think I have a griffin mount, or no, I have a baby griffin pet. But yeah, no, we need flying mounts. They need to make that a thing. I want a dragon.
The day they add flying mounts is the day I rate this 10 out of 10.
Are we supposed to be traveling into you guys? Because I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, run through the gate,
Okay.
the entrance gate, and just walk
We
across
left-
the bridge.
We left
So
all
this
the ads
sounds-
for you guys to fight.
Yeah.
Butskis.
See, this trial's fairly short. There's like just what 4 boss fights and that's it. That's all that really
Yeah.
is in this thing. So yeah, so just walk across the bridge and how the hell did you take damage, Romulus?
What's that?
How'd you take damage? Did you see your HP bar drop? There's nothing to hit you.
The man has his ways. Don't
That
judge
wasn't.
him.
Well, that wasn't
Try
me.
to-
That was What is that?
Trying to make the healers look bad.
Yeah.
Now, oh
Alright.
shit!
See, it's happening again. Look at him. I know what's
No,
happening.
I ran the wrong way.
Oh, you're into the boss room.
No, because I was paying attention to you guys and I wasn't looking where I was running. I was too busy looking at my health bar. I'm like, wait, I didn't lose damage. What are they talking about? Damn it! I'm coming.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so
I
as he's
just
running
woke
here-
up. Leave me alone.
I'll explain a couple mechanics here. So as we the boss fight is that guy standing in the center. When we start the boss fight, well, after we kill these ads and the creepers, and creepers must die first, and that's all for every boss fight and the final boss fight when they're more of a nuisance. Rugby, you'll go ahead and be the main tank, and then we'll have Jezebel as the off tank. As off tank takes care of the Griffin, and main tank takes care of the main boss. So for the mechanic, for basically every single mechanic on these 3 outside bosses is literally the same except for like one thing. The boss obviously is a little bit different as far as their attack pattern, but as far as mechanics go, they're all exactly the same except for like one key mechanic. I'll explain them all when we get there. So this one, as far as the mechanic goes, is a horror frost that the boss puts down, and then one person randomly picks it up. It's placed on somebody. I forget how it's placed, but basically it gets placed on somebody, and you're supposed to kind of come to the edge of the map someplace and drop it, and then another person's supposed to pick it up and hold it for several seconds and then drop it again. After it's dropped a couple times, it will dissipate and not deal any damage. What happens is if you have the horror frost, I believe you do have an AoE around you that deals constant damage, and if you're around other people, it deals a lot of damage to them, and it will be slowed. So you just need to stay within group. Once you pick it up, drop it someplace. The people that should never pick it up are healers, tanks, obviously. So it's only yes. And the other mechanic is I will go down there, or if we can have another volunteer. It requires only really 2 people, and on normal it's not too bad. Veteran though, on normal you actually don't need to do it, but we're gonna go ahead and do the mechanic where there's a portal that spawns in the center, and what the portal does, if it doesn't get closed in time, it will not keep spawning, but it will spawn a lot of ads, and it'll spawn those Yagra monstrosities, which have 1.2 million health, and we don't really want to deal with those if we don't have to. Stop that. There's a team that goes down to the underworld, and they will kill these crystals and then send up synergies on their side. And then the top team, which the team that doesn't go down, is gonna have to use the synergies, and then the bottom team is gonna have to pick up the light after they've killed the crystal, and take it to the light on the bottom and synergize with that. And that's going to cause the portal to close after they do it enough times. If you do go down the bottom, make sure you do have some kind of self-heal, because that light does do some damage to you. Like, again, on normal, it doesn't really do that much, but it will do some damage to you. And again, tanks don't go down at some DPS, so I can go down there and do that. I would like to have at least 2 people, or recommended 2 people. That way people can learn the bottom portion if they don't know it. And the top team would just be the top team the whole fight. On veteran, there is an actual mechanic where you cannot go down twice at the same time. So then you basically have two separate teams that do it to go down and do the shadow phase, or the shadow realm is what it's called. But again, this is on normal, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm just more focused on getting people to learn how to battle realm. So when we do start doing veteran trials, we don't have to take specific people, and people that are new to do it won't be absolutely lost, because it's kind of hard to get the hang of it if you don't know what's going on. So I'll do the bottom. If you want to do the bottom portion with me, come and stand in the arena. Again, no healers or tanks. I said no healers or tanks, so Suko.
Lethal,
Sure,
trade
go
with me
away.
real fast.
Yeah.
No. So Suko, you can come down. Come to me. I need at least one more person. We can do it with one, just me and Suko, but
I don't know if you've eaten food, but eat that.
that way we can get more people.
I'll go down. I've never been there though, but I'll go down.
Alright, so for your part, so the portal is literally going to spawn right in the middle of the room. When it spawns, you go to the center, you synergize with it, and you'll be taken to an arena exactly like this. And they're going to be like those shadow creatures. They're going to be walking to the center very slowly. Ignore those guys. They're going to be crystals randomly around the entire room. We have to kill those. Once we kill those things, it's going to send up a little light beam to the top, where the rest of the group's going to be. And they have to run and synergize with that. And once they synergize with that, it's going to send another light beam down to us. To activate that, we have to pick up a synergy after we kill the crystal. After we kill the crystal, it's going to drop like a synergy we can pick up. It's like I don't know, like a light orb, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
And then once you pick it up, you take it to the little glowy circle, and then you synergize with that. And then after we do that enough times, it will then close the portal, and then it will automatically take us back up. And then I do need, and that's all we do, and that's pretty much our. And then after we come back up, we kill the boss, probably kill the bosses as well, and then back and forth, back and forth. And I would like one person to run the top portion, so I'll make that, just because he died on his own somehow, I'll make that Rom. So your main job is going to be looking on the top, and you'll see like legit just small glowing circles, like orange kind of circles. They're not much bigger than this little tile I'm standing on, and they're very obvious. Once you see them, just stop what you're doing. Obviously avoid AoEs if you can. I'll run over there, synergize with it, and then
I did that last time you did this, so
then you get some practice.
Yeah.
And as far as the tanks go, so what you want to do, Jezebel, is when after we kill these creepers, all these mobs, the Griffin's going to come down and the boss fight's going to start. Jezebel, you're going to want to tank the Griffin about right here-ish, and try not to move too much.
Okay.
Also, on all the fights, you don't want the Griffins and the the main bosses stand too close to each other because they will get in range at each other.
Okay.
So you kind of stand here. Everybody stands behind the Griffin and DPS the Griffin, and then like kind of the DPS stands like here-ish, and then generally where the Horror Frost gets dropped is like to the side over here, and then generally most people keep quiet, which I don't expect it's going to be quiet because we do have new people here. But generally the Horror Frost gets dropped. They say, okay, I dropped the Horror Frost, and then just anybody goes and picks it up. They can say they're calling it out or just somebody, and then they kind of stand there for a quick minute and then drop it again. And then Rugby, you tank the boss right basically where that monstrosity is, or where this the shadow skewer is, right there. You tank him right there. Again, there is some tornado. There's like a bunch of AoEs that go around. Again, I'm not too worried about all that. I'm really worried about the main mechanics. We can worry about that later once we get more experience. The one mechanic that will happen is that the Griffin will, from time to time, take off and fly. At that point is when all the DPS just kind of ignores, obviously the Griffin, and gets back on the main boss. Jezebel, if there are any ads, go ahead and pull them towards you.
Okay.
Tank them, and then we can burn them down. If not, then just stand there and look pretty, and until the Griffin comes back down, then pull them back into place.
Done.
But I believe that's about it. And again, remember these mechanics, because literally for all the fights, they're all the same. Except for one mechanic on the 3 outside bosses, and there's a few added mechanics in the very center one, and then that's about it.
Can I just add one thing real fast for Lethal?
You may add.
So Lethal, just when I tank the Griffin, what I'll do is just like try to keep an eye on it in the sky if there's not many ads, and just every now and then throw off a heavy attack with my Frost Staff just to keep a taunt on, so when it comes down, it'll already be targeting towards you.
Okay, that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, and
So
I just
once-
want
Yes, go ahead.
to just make sure when the Griffin's down, you're stacking on the tail for the healing.
Yeah, that's very important.
Lethal, when we run in, if you want to take all the ads on the left, I'll take all the ones on the right, and we'll kind of bring them towards the middle together.
Okay.
That's about it. So when you're ready, just come and stand in the arena. That way no one gets a crazy screen flashback. I'm shouting out a crazy place, not here. And then everyone just come when you're ready. Or stop throwing those knuckles.
They're giving me my daily mud bath.
Alright.
I was gonna say, the only person who seems to be getting hit with it is Rob.
Alright, so on the
pretty
tanks,
normal.
when they run in, take care of creepers first and foremost, then the monstrosities, and then by that time everything else should be practically dead. And then the boss fight will start immediately after everything goes down.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Creepers first. If you notice you get a rooting effect, that's the creeper creeping on you. Creeper first, people. No one's on the creeper. Everyone's attacking the monstrosity. Creeper first, creeper.
I was totes on the creeper.
I saw someone on the creeper, and I was on the other one. Alright, so here comes the boss.
Got him.
Alright.
Okay.
Watch for the horror boss. You will see on the bottom of the screen if you do have the horror boss. So just be careful. Everyone just stack on the back of the Griffin. Okay, Shadow Team go in the center. Come on. See those crystals? That's what you want to kill first. Burn them down as fast as you can. And then synergies are up. So when
Jump
you got
on
these,
frost.
you should see synergies up there around this. You see them?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, so see those orby things you pick up? The Nova core. You take the synergy. There's one right here. Over here. Cheesy over here. See him, Cheesy, Tuco, to the right over here in the portal. Right by the portal. See this little circle? That's what you gotta use now.
Everyone Griffin.
See? And then that's what stopped the ads. All those ads we saw down there, that's what stopped them from coming. So take care of ads right now. Try to stay grouped up. Try to stay closer together, guys. Like, if tanks can pull the ads, because that does help everybody stay together.
Griffin's up.
Griffin's up.
If you're a DPS and you're behind the healer, you're not getting buffed.
Yeah. There we go. Stay behind the boss. Make sure you don't stay in front of the boss. Try to stay at AoEs and stay grouped together. Where's everybody at? A little bit. Oh, yeah, that's Lethals are tanking the moments. Griffin's back down. Grab the Griffin again. Where's the main boss at? Okay, they're a little. Okay, that should be a good distance for.
Let me know if you need me to pull.
Portal's up. Portal team go down. So these cores you pick up, they will damage you once you pick them up. Like again, on normal, it's not very bad. I don't think it damages you on normal, but on veteran, it does a significant amount of damage. You just gotta wait for those until the synergies come down. Do one more synergy round.
Got it.
Right over here. Did we stop all the ads?
Down.
We stopped all but one ad. Perfect. So try not to get in front of the boss, obviously, but your AoE should take care of the ad on the group.
I'm down.
Oh,
I got it.
See, okay. I got the Horrorfrost.
Warhorn.
I got Horrorfrost. Griffin's down. So if you look on Crown, you see that that tornado there? That's a Horrorfrost. From this, you picked it up. So stay away from the group, Rom. Stay away from the group. Stay away from the group. Stay away from the group. Away from the group, Rom.
Okay, gotcha.
Group, Rom.
I can't move right now. Hold on.
Synergize. There you go. And that's the Horrorfrost. That's what kills groups in veteran. And that's what you gotta look at. It's just kind of hard to explain what it is without doing the fight. But that's what you gotta mainly look out for, and that's what the main thing I want everybody to. Portal team go down anyways. I know we may not need it, but just do it anyways. Just because more practice makes perfect. If you guys kill it, then we won.
Yeah, he's 10% here now.
Yeah.
Warhorn.
Should be dropping here now.
Fantastic.
Unlikely.
Good job, guys.
I suppose poor Garden Way
Good job,
wasn't
guys.
so useful after all.
Broke.
So if somebody else wants to try the running phase as well, that's fine. As I saw Rom doing it, it's not too hard. He's run around, synergize,
Yeah, I don't mind doing
and
it.
whatnot. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because last time I was the one doing it.
So now we're going here. Scepter, no! We don't want to save that. We want to save the most difficult for last.
We're building up.
Yeah, filling up. So this boss again is legit like the exact same fight, except for the one mechanic I was mentioned is the other one had the Horrorfrost, which most of you probably didn't see because of all the stuff going on. I know Rom saw it. I think somebody else had it just before me. Yeah, so I think I heard you have it, and then someone else had it. But it's very hard to see, so that's something, again, we're going to do this for practice to make sure we get it. But this one, sharing is caring. Whatever you do, stand right on top of each other so much you're kissing each other's face. Like, this is not a joke. There is an AoE that the boss does, and it targets one person. Yeah, it targets one person. But the damage is shared between everybody that's in that AoE. I know it's very instinctual to like get out of AoEs, but this one you actually need to stand in it with your friends, because legit, if the tank is the only one in there, the tank will die once it goes off. Like, they'll get one shot. So, basically, the DPS needs to stack. And then this is something you do need to watch out for too, Rom. I don't know if you want to slot rapids. Generally on veteran they don't slot rapids, but if you do get it while running, just run back to the DPS and just stand with them until it goes away, then continue your synergy. Because like I said, on normal you might be able to survive. On normal, if you die, we can get you up fairly easy and continue kill the ads, whatever. But on veteran, if you die, it's very hard to get the runner back up, because then you have the bottom team waiting to get those synergies going. If the synergies are delayed a little bit, we only get the little like spewers. That's fine. What really kills us is those monstrosities, especially on veteran.
Gotcha. Okay, I will assign
And
rapids.
stacking on top of each other is also known as hard stacking. I don't know if anybody's heard that term. Like, so everyone come on a crown. Come to crown, right on top of crown, on top of crown. When I say on top of me, like we're almost one person.
We should look like a monster. A hideous monster.
So, the way I usually say it is, you see this little square here? You, like, the AoE is slightly bigger than this little square. No one wants to be more than like, this far from each other, so... Like, between the distance between me and Scepter, I guess that's fine. People might get mad at you if you run it that way, but generally you don't want to be that... Like, that's as far as you want to be from their DPS. The only 3 people... Well, veterans run a little bit different, but the only 3 people that legit should be out of that square is the 2 tanks and Rom, because he's running. And Rom, is if you have any damage shields you want to put on as well, because like I said, if that fire is on you, you have to run back to the group, and you may not get back in time because you have a few seconds to do it. So if you see it, just like start running to the group, pop a damage shield, and run like the Dickens. But like I said, other than that, exact same fight. Other than the boss having a few separate mechanics that are unique to their own. Those ones I'm not too familiar with because I don't tank this very often. So if Rugby has any input on what these bosses do, because I know he's tanked it before, I'd be more than happy to hear his input.
I don't think this one is all that much different from a tanking perspective.
Yeah, I think the other one is.
Griffin is still here. Like, you're just gonna do, Lethal, you're gonna do the same thing with the Griffin.
Okay.
And then we'll start it the same way with the ads.
Okay.
And I believe the only people that don't get the fire are the tanks, because they have the bosses on them. They have the boss and the Griffin on them.
Okay.
So, on the tanks again, but this time, guys, please kill that creeper first. I know there's only one this time, but last time the only people that were attacking creepers, I think, was Iskis and me.
I was there too.
Creepers first. Oh, I don't know if
the quicker it gets out.
Yep. And on veteran, it's very imperative that those die first. And then, obviously, tank the monstrosities and the spewers, and then the little things don't even worry about. Those will probably just get splattered along the way. Okie dokie. Oh, I did forget to mention, okay, everyone, no one has non-combat pets out. Cool. Alright then, on tanks. Everyone's... Okay, there was more people, but not everyone was on that creeper. Alright, bosses are spawning.
You can fight me?
Yeah, kinda do.
Alright, as soon as Jezebel gets the Griffin into place, when they basically separate them, alright, everyone hard stack, on crown, on crown, on crown, on crown. Stop DPSing. If you're not on crown and DPSing, you're doing it wrong. Uh-oh, someone got hit. Oh, that was a fire by Iskis. I think Iskis got the fire. Shadow team go down. Shadow team go down. I got the res.
Am I good right here? Or do I need to keep
Yeah, you
going
can
up?
get up. No, you're good right there.
Okay.
You should be there.
Opens up.
Alright, we need synergies down, Ron. more synergy controls.
Thanks, Scepter.
Griffin's back
Alright.
down.
DPS. Shoot. I'm not good for that. Alright, back on behind. Oh, that's the fire. That's the fire. Everyone should be hard stacking at all times, even on the little boss. And this is just getting very unlucky.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's not even your fault. That's totally random. Alright, hard stack. Stack harder. Stack harder. Stack harder. Harder stack. Harder stack. Harder. That's the fire. That's the fire. That's exactly what
Everyone
I'm
hug each other.
Trust your healer.
Yeah, trust your healer. These AoEs, you can bob and weave at them, but hard stack is the most important thing. Even on this little boss, try to hard stack and go to the boss when you can, but everyone stay together as best you can. Nope, turn around, the boss is right behind us. Griffin's back down. Jezebel, please spin the Griffin around. Everyone hard stack again. Hard stack. Here you go. Okay, good job. Alright. Shadow team go down. Can you pull the main boss away a little bit, Rugby? It's a little too close to the group.
Griffin's up.
Synergies.
I got one for you, Rom.
Thanks.
No problem. It was where I was going anyway, so might as well.
Yep.
Scepter's down. Other healer down.
Get the revive.
Griffin's back down.
There you go. Alright. Everyone's a little bit too scattered. Stack on crown again. Get the crown. Crown.
Everyone stack.
Hard stack. There you go. Good job,
Nice.
guys. Good job on the revive. I swear if he flies up and mad, I just want to down. Here you go, guys. Now,
I was gonna say, let's make sure he doesn't get off the ground.
Stay hard stack. Right behind boss. Hard stack on ground.
On each other's feet.
On ground. There you go. I keep saying, I know I sound obnoxious, but that's like very important to think that we all hard stack.
Your healers also appreciate it.
Yeah, and we got good healers, so trust your healers. Unless you're by yourself in that fire AoE, then you're gonna die.
My shadows are endless.
Oh, shadow team again. Shadow team.
Warhorn.
Synergies, looking for synergies. Down. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Okay, and I don't think Masharsi hasn't gone through yet, so we still have some time. Here we go. I think we already got a few ads. Just stay stacked up, don't panic. Stack up still. Stack.
Damn it.
Awesome, dead. And down.
Great job, guys.
So, let you guys know that the skewers is not too bad. You can go ahead and just stay stacked. They won't do too much even on veteran. Trust the healers. But it's like the monstrosity that, especially on this boss, if you get killed by the fire if you're too far spread apart, and it does significant more damage to the entire group on veteran. That's what kills the group. So as long as you don't get a monstrosity up, that's fine. Don't panic. Just stay stacked as hard as you can.
I was there slowly trying to inch myself towards the boss, like I need to poke.
Yeah, it's very tempting because like certain ranges your attacks, and then you want to stay at the AoE, but then you don't want to get away from the group.
Yeah, like you're just trained on staying with the group, so I was like, try not to go too far.
Well, Iskis found out what it's like to get burned several times.
Multiple times.
Okay. So again, this fight is the same. The one main mechanic for this one is bar swap. Everyone, please, bar swap right now. I need to know you know how to do that. Bar swap, a couple times. Practice. Bar swap. Practice. Okay. All right. And I'm not even joking. This is a legit mechanic.
Yeah, I know.
So So,
Sweet, are you just talking about swapping your spell bar down at the bottom?
yes, that's just left on your D-pad. That's
Left
all you
on,
need.
yeah, left on D-pad.
Yeah.
Factiously,
Yeah, okay,
shut
I
up.
just never heard it called bar swap.
Yeah. So as far as tanks go, make sure you please do have a taunt on either bar because it may happen to you as well. And same thing with healers. Please have a heal, like a group heal or something on both bars. So what this boss will do is randomly, I think it's on normal, it's 1 or 2 people. On veteran, it's 2 to 3 people. They will get, I think it says your weapons are charged or empowered. Some kind of notification you'll get on the bottom of your screen. You'll have tiny blue floating orbs around you. They'll be spinning, and then at that point you'll have like a second or two to bar swap. What happens if you don't bar swap? It puts a massive AoE around you that deals a lot of damage, and if anybody else is getting caught in it, they take damage as well. The way to not have that damage happen is you bar swap. You change weapons and stay on that one for about, I don't know, like 10 seconds. There is a timer on, I mean, you'll see the little blue orbs go away, and you will have, if you have your buff bar, and you should be able to see it. It's kind of a weird icon. But other than that, after the debuff goes away, you can then go back to your regular like attack skills. But for now, if you do see that, just bar swap and just stay there. Even if you're standing doing nothing and just doing nothing but light attacks, I'd rather have you do that than bar swap, because when I say it's huge, it almost takes up half the arena here. And I believe if you're standing about like yay here, it'll take up what, almost half the room, like 3/4 of the room. So it's very important to bar swap. Again, on normal, it's not too bad. You can eat some of the damage. It still does a lot of damage. You can wipe the group. On veteran, it's almost like a one-shot for everybody if you get caught in it. Other than that,
Can I just say one thing about the bar swapping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please.
So it's gonna say your weapon is overcharging, because this happened to me like 4 times in the last time we did this one. So it'll say like your weapon is overcharging, and then if you switch too soon, it's actually gonna charge the one that you switch to. So when you'll know that it's overcharged because your bar, you're gonna have like a slight blue tint. So if you see that, swap again. It means you switched too early. So if you just stay on that other one, you'll cause the AoE. So if you see that blue thing, like the blue aura around your stuff, it'll be around your weapon too. That means you need to swap.
Yeah, and what I did when I ran this on vet, if I happened to me, I made sure I kept one not a self heal, but something to heal myself. And if as soon as I saw it, I kind of backed away from the group just to make sure. And then when I was able to be on the appropriate bar to not have the AoE around me, then I walked back to the group. So this one's a little bit more tricky because it is kind of hard to see with a bunch of stuff going on. But if it happens, you will notice it. A bunch of people are going to die.
And also recommendation, if you don't know if you have it, switch anyway. It's better to be safe than sorry.
That's true. But I mean, if you have it, that might be worse because they might bar swap and then still take damage from something, and then they'll bar swap again and pull out their weapons. So I do recommend not so much DPS until you get used to what you're looking for. So focus on that bar swap, kind of your awareness of your screen, what's on your bar, your buffs, kind of what's floating around your character to kind of see what's going on, and then bar swap appropriately, get that down first before you really try to focus on really killing anything. Because honestly, it might be hard on the healers, I'm sorry, Scepter and Wicked, but it's because the fight might drag out longer. But if we don't wipe, it's not a wipe. You know, we can just keep going. It might be a little bit slower, but we got it.
And Mudball.
Oh god. You were waiting for me to stop, weren't you? Okay, everyone come in. One ready.
And Lethal, as far as tanking, it's a repeat from the last ones.
Yep, exactly same. Again, creepers first. Those are the tentacle looking thingies on the outside. Towards the back. Put it on creepers. Cool. Perfect. Alright, boss fight starts. This one, you don't have to stack so much, like the other two. Still stack, like as close as you can, but there is going to be a lot of AoEs, so people are going to be running everywhere. But just stay stacked on the tail as best you can of the Griffin. Tail of the Griffin. Tail of the Griffin. And Jezebel, oh, someone has it. That big AoE saw, someone had it.
It was me. I switched.
Oh no, I'm just saying that big AoE everybody saw. Shadow team go down. Also, Rugby and Jezebel.
Yeah.
Try to tank the bosses toward the edges of the map, and that way Shadow team doesn't have a problem going down to the bottom, and people don't mistakenly use the synergy as the synergy to go down as like a combat synergy. I think we need one more synergy down here.
Got it. Griffin's back down, everyone.
Give me a second. I'm getting him into place. There you go.
Quickly before the monstrosities get there. Alright, stack up a bit better. Oh, that's not too bad. Take care of ads that are in the middle of the group. Can tanks grab those days? Alright, now back to Griffin boss. Someone's got the AoE, bar swap. There you go.
Warhorn.
Oh, that's AoE just everywhere. Everyone get out of that. Reposition. Oh, Griffin's up.
I can let you know when it comes down.
Right, try to stay stacked up, but try not to take unnecessary damage.
Griffin's down. Let me get him to place.
Alright.
Alright, here you go.
Oops.
Next to me.
Out of that AoE. So that lightning is because they're too... I believe they're... No, they're not too close. Oh, Shadow team go down. We must destroy the gate.
Griffin's up.
We got it. Oh, that was a quick one.
Griffin's
Back down.
Getting him into place.
Someone's stack on the tail.
Alright, go ahead.
Stack on the tail. Someone's got the AoE. Okay, good job. Bar spot. Griffin is down.
Nice job.
One of the hits
someone's
knocked
got
right
it.
to the Griffin's reach.
No, Griffin's down. I mean, like, dead, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but just before he used one of his AoEs, I got launched right into it.
Oh.
My reaction was like, oh shit.
Where'd he go?
That's my question.
Oh, we're totally not stacked right on this boss.
Well, he said anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Disgrace.
Alright. Here you go.
Sorry, Olarima. We failed you.
Nice job, tanks.
Good job, tanks. Good job, healers.
Yeah, for sure.
Broken. Decent job. Decent job.
I know. I was dragging my tail, I'm sorry.
You get a pass.
Oh, thank God, I get a pass.
C++.
That's all I was hoping for. I studied hard for this.
Oh yeah. It's like a B+.
Yeah. Okay. So tanks, please have some sort of chargeability, to gap closer, chargeability, something you can get to between you and the boss as fast as you can. I'll put that on your...
Yeah.
This would be your, on the one hand in shield.
Yes.
The
shield charge.
Shielded assault.
Okay.
And then the shadow team, I think you do take damage on this one because you can take damage from the boss when we go down to the shadow. So please do have some kind of self heal on your bar as well. And the mechanics is more or less almost the same as far as the shadow realm and most mechanics go. This boss will so we're gonna start the fight. Rugby's obviously tank. We're gonna kill the creepers and the monstrosities first and all that. Rugby, you're gonna be main tank, so you're gonna be taking the boss up top, and you're gonna begin with the boss. You're gonna make sure the boss is facing this way, and the rest of the group's gonna sit behind it. This boss will teleport around the room. At which point, we will have to move too. This is why tanks need the gap closer, so they can close the gap and spin the boss around. The reason they do need to spin the boss around is to the boss does a frontal raid. Well, it's a frontal AoE, and anything caught in his vision will take the damage, and it deals a lot of damage. So the tanks need to get there as quick as they can, spin the boss around, and tank the boss. Also, if someone dies, there should spawn like shadow people. You're gonna want to kill the shadow people before you res, because if you try to res after someone dies, when those shadow people spawn because they died, you will take a lot of damage while trying to res. So try not to die. The DPS should stack behind the boss as always, wherever it teleports. And you will know it's teleporting. It will legit swim in the concrete. That's legit what it looks like it's doing, like diving. So stay behind the boss. There are going to be these floating orbs that are around if you do see them. Generally there's one person designated to make sure those gates stay down, because they don't have very much health, but if they get close to the group they will deal damage and I believe steal resources, so we don't want them near us. And then the same thing, the portal will happen in the very center. The difference with this portal is, I believe at about 50%, might be a little bit lower, the portal will start to do a cone AoE in two different directions, and if you get caught in that cone AoE, you will get thrown to the Shadow Realm, and this will also happen in the Shadow Realm as well. So people in the Shadow Realm, do be careful from that AoE. If you're in the Shadow Realm and you get caught in it, it throws you back up, and vice versa. That AoE only has so many uses, so if too many, it can only take so many people down. So after it takes so many people down, wherever they are, that's just where they are. They're just stuck. If you are up top or on the bottom and you do happen to get caught in it, go ahead and wait for it to happen again, and then take the hit from it. It'll knock you back, and it'll put you back up here, or back where you were. As far as Shadow Realm goes, when we go down the Shadow Realm, it's not anything we haven't seen before, but the only difference is that Jezebel goes down with us. And Jezebel goes down first, and she'll say I'm down, but there's a shadow version of this boss right below there, which we can't damage. All it does is you're just there as a damage sponge. The boss down there has the same mechanics as the one up here. So when you first go down there, it's going to hit you first with this AoE, and it's going to teleport. And then you teleport to, and then you shield charge to it, spin the boss around, and then just tank the boss with your own self heals and sustain and stuff like that. It shouldn't be too bad on normal. And then the DPS shadow team goes down, kills the crystals, pick up the cores, and then Romulus does his thing. And Romulus, you should be running around doing the synergies and all that.
Yeah.
And then after we do the synergies, we're gonna come back up and DPS the boss again. Okay. Shadow Realm. The one main difference in this thing is even you, Jezebel. On normal, you should be able to take that damage. So if you miss it, don't worry about it. But on veteran, it will be a one shot for anybody. You see these platforms up here, right up there?
Yes.
So while in the Shadow Realm, it looks exactly like this room, except it's a slightly different tint of a color. The boss will start to do an AoE from the center of the room, and it'll encompass the entirety of the bottom half. During that time, there's going to be a glowing pad here that has basically unlimited amount of uses, and it's on the four corners of each one. So you have you know, 4 spaces to depending where you're standing. You pick one. You pick one, synergize with it. It's going to throw you to the top there. Okay. And then you're going to want to jump down as soon as the AoE explodes on the floor. Because what happens is, as soon as the AoE explodes on the floor, there's another AoE on top that happens, which is why you got to jump down immediately after.
Okay.
And again, the only damage that should be happening there is going to be the boss, and just tank the boss, spin him around, and all that. If we get up top, if there are any ads around, taunt them and pull them to the DPS so we can obviously burn them down, and then continue the fight. Now, the only other mechanic on this boss fight, the last one, is when the boss, I think, is like 5 or 10% HP, she'll go back to right there where she's at too, or no, just a little bit behind her, and she'll kind of be in a stunned state. At that time, do not attack her. Do not attack that physical form of her. There's going to be another one, I believe, right there where she's standing. It's like a shadow version of her.
A shade.
And at that point, yeah.
Okay.
Shade.
Yes.
At that point, everybody stand behind the shade and DPS and hit the shade, not the real boss.
Okay.
Because the shade doesn't. What it does, if it'll do damage, and after so much time, it'll one-shot the entire group. And Jezebel at this time, just damage shield people, put things up you can. Don't taunt the boss because you don't want it to be facing us because we're gonna be behind it. Rugby's gonna be doing that. But like, just whatever damage you can dish out. Ultimates,
I can do that.
standard, something, shields for everybody, just something, you know, because there's gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And don't panic, because there will be a lot of damage. We got some good healers here. They will take care of you. And if anyone dies, at this point, if anybody dies, I think the person that should res is going to be Jezebel, because obviously you're not going to have that much damage being a tank.
I trust y'all.
But we should be fine. And I think that's about it for mechanics down here.
Okay.
I was going to
Again,
say, I'm
boss-
pretty sure that's all the mechanics there is to this.
Yeah, that's it. So on the tanks, everybody standing here a bit. Again, kill the creepers first, and then monstrosity second, and then everybody stack behind boss when we get about 1 ad. So Rugby, go ahead and tank one of the monstrosities right in front of the boss right now, and then that'll be the last one we kill. That way, we know when the boss fight is starting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Let's go.
Go ahead.
I'm here, monstrosity. Let us kill you.
And they do a lot of damage, as you can see. Alright, so monstrosity on Jezebel. Everyone behind boss, behind boss, behind main boss, behind boss, behind boss, behind boss. On the tail. Sniff it, bite it, lick it, touch it. Don't care. Just get behind the boss.
400.
Alright, she's gonna move shortly after this. And this is teleport I'm talking about, Jezebel, so get ready for it. It's the same teleport motion she has on the bottom.
Yep.
Behind you, Rugby. And, oh, spin it around.
Yeah, when it comes out.
And it will do a charge attack, Jezebel, that you do need to bash when you're down there on the bottom as well.
Okay. Yeah, I can do.
Alright, Jezebel, go down first. Shadow's up.
Okay, I'm down.
Alright, let's go. Shadow team down now. Still go, you went a little too early.
Everyone stack on the tail.
Oh, take the portal up to the top. Not the top, but the jump.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. See,
Sorry, it took me a
fine.
second to
No,
find
that's
it.
fine. That's why we're doing this on normal. Alright. Yeah, that's exactly why we're doing this on normal.
Oh my God, the last
synergies down here.
Go.
Alright, back up.
Being behind us.
there's skewers up here. That's the AoE. That's what we need to face. Away from the group. Okay, everyone back on boss. There.
I'm down in the middle of
Suko's
that
down.
pile.
Okay. I got you, Suko, maybe? Yeah, I got you, Suko. Those teams are down, so back on boss, please. Nope. Alright, Jezebel go down first. Jezebel first. Alright, Jezebel's down. Everyone else go down. I forgot to designate somebody on.
Yeah, I'm down.
Make sure you kill the shades that are up. Those might not even be on normal, but that's what happened up there. Alright, take a jump, take a jump. Suko, that's why you do need to jump. That's why you took all that damage. So again, that's why we do it on normal.
Oh, I got pulled back there.
I will need those synergies down, Mr. Rom.
Got it. Damn it. Got the last one.
Thank you.
There's one more over in the corner of the room.
I got it.
Oh, there's the
Everyone get out the
AoE
circle.
portal does.
What'd you say?
I'm down as
Hold on.
well.
1 second. 1 second.
Lethal, you up
Steal
top?
the AoE.
Got it.
Oh yeah,
No, I got it.
I already
Okay.
did it. I saw the
got
big
last one.
red orb
So-
and then I jumped up.
Yeah, that AoE.
Cheese is down. Cheese, I'm gonna get you up here.
Alright,
Thank
stack
you.
on boss. Stack on boss again. Try to stay to the AoE. That little AoE that's around us, that's the orb that's doing that. That's why we do need to kill those things when we see them.
Behind us.
And those ones just float around the boss, float around the room. So, mind you, don't stand on the wall even for DPS and whatnot. Just, bash the boss. There's a orb behind us.
Warren.
Alright, Jezebel go down first. Watch out portal! Watch out
Stay
portal!
with the
Everyone out of
AoE.
the way! Jezebel go down.
Yep.
Alright,
I'm in.
Shadow team go down. Watch out, that portal's happening. Bash the boss. That's what the mechanic that we don't want to deal with.
Yeah, I had to bash like 3 or 4 times in order for it to
Steal the AoE.
Out, out, out.
Yep, I'm out. Take a jump up. Take the jump up, Shadow team.
Rom, I'll assist you as much as I can with the shards.
No worries. I got it.
Alright.
Oh, steal the AoE.
Bash the boss, please.
Oh, I gotta get out.
We need one here, guys.
Hmm. I'm down.
Nope. So, okay.
Stack, 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 stack for heals.
Cheesy,
Please
can you
stack.
grab the last one on the bottom and cleanse it?
I got it.
Okay, good.
Creepers are up as well when you
Get
start focusing on
creepers.
them.
Creeper. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I forgot. Creepers
I'm
will be
grabbing
spawning. Make sure we take care of those first. And that orb is causing that AoE to follow everybody, which is why they do need to die if you see them.
Warren.
Alright, spin boss, please. That's gonna hurt us here in a second.
Alright, here for a second.
There's a creeper over here on the side, so just
Is there?
Got it.
Oh, there's a creeper.
I'm on
Look
creeper.
on the creeper. Okay. Spin boss around again. Watch out for the AoE, step out of it.
portal's up and I'm in.
Yep, it's Jezebel down. Shadow team go down. Spin boss Jezebel, please. Thank you.
Orbs.
Stack up,
Got him.
please, on the tail.
Yep. Always stack up. This is the biggest part. We all need those heals. Take a jump up.
Creepers
Take a
up.
jump up. Bottom.
This
Take
gives
a
me
jump
you.
up. There you go. Now drop down immediately.
Shit. I'm down accidentally.
Out of the AoE.
We need one more synergy someplace.
Yeah, I see it. I'm sending it back down.
There's a creeper up.
Oh, I'm down.
I'm below.
Someone can come and grab me.
That's alright. We got you. We did it. We got it. I'll get Creeper first, and then get Jezebel. Because unfortunately she's a tank. We just need to get everybody. Creepers down. That's gonna hinder us most. Then get Jezebel, or somebody can get Jezebel too. That'd be great.
Warhorn.
I got her.
Alright. Now everybody stack on boss. Stack on boss. Jezebel, please bring the ads. Stack on boss
Boss
first.
switching
Stack on
behind
boss.
us.
Moving as much as possible. There we go.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Why are you
Boss,
looking this
please.
way?
That's spin the boss. Spin the boss. Oh, that hurt. We need to get Seiko up.
Stack, 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 stack.
That's Seiko.
Boss
See,
ain't
that's-
focusing rugby.
There's a creeper behind us. There's a creeper behind us. DPS, take care of creeper. Jezebel, go down, please.
Creeper. On the creeper.
Jeez, you mean
Alright,
you
Shadow,
give
Shadow team
the
go down.
OGs.
Shadow team, go down.
Sack tail.
Alright, Shadow team, take a jump up.
I got this one for you, Romp.
Thank you, sir. Oh, shoot, what's this?
Everyone sack tail. Yo, AoE.
Get out, get out.
Biscuits got sent
Need one
down.
more synergy.
Warhorn.
Creepers up.
We need one more synergy.
There it is. I got it.
There it is. You got it, Jezebel. You good. Alright, guys. Get ready to stack on the in the center. There's the boss is just about there. There's a creeper up someplace.
Yep.
Get the creeper.
I'm dealing with it right now. Alright, creepers down. There's one more up.
There's another one. Yeah, I'm on the other. Alright.
Alright, sack tail.
Alright, stack tail again.
I can't move. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
No, that's
rooted.
You're alright,
the
you're doing
creeper.
good.
Yeah, you're doing
Honor
good. That's the
sacks.
creeper. Okay, everybody in the center. Okay, she's doing her thing. Everybody get ready to stack behind the boss. I don't know which front or back right now, so let's get ready to stack behind the shadow boss. Oh, she's got a couple more things to do. Oh, shadow in the center. Shadow in the center. Shadow's in the center.
Shadow in center.
Turn it
Alright.
around. Yep. DPS shadow. We got another 10 to go. Drop all
to
teams.
burn.
Drop everything. Burn, 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 baby, burn. Trust the healers. Don't panic. Spin the boss around, please. Spin the boss
I'm
around.
down.
Jezebel, please get the reses. I know they're kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
Talon's
it gets
like
harder.
right.
Where are you?
There's
I'm like right in the middle of everyone's.
Yeah.
Biscuits behind me.
They're trying a little bit.
You're doing alright. You're doing just fine.
Yep, we're doing alright.
Just try not to freak out. Jesus down.
Shit, I'm down. There's a creeper around.
Don't focus
Oh,
on the
at
creepers,
this
just
point
focus
it's
the
fine.
boss.
I think the boss is like literally on top of me.
You know, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
shocked.
it looks like it.
Yeah, sorry. I'm having a hard time getting you.
No, you're good. You're doing
Oh.
good.
I was gonna say, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, at this point.
There's a creeper.
Standard.
There we go.
Don't focus creepers, just the boss. Alright. Good job, everyone.
Good job, guys.
Good job. Broken, this is the first time we've done this without any wipes.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yep. Because I remember
Good
doing
job,
this
everyone.
last time with Sean.
All gone.
I wish my character was a little bit more flatter right now because I'm pretty sure the boss actually was sitting on top of me.
That's legit what the boss looked like.
Yeah.
I just need to be a little bit more flatter and it'll be perfect.
Alright, good job guys. Thanks for coming. If you are going to trade anything, do not link anything in chat unless you're willing to give it to your fellow good members for free. If you want to keep it, please do not link it in chat. If you do link it in chat, everyone will assume that you're going to give it for free to whoever needs it and requests it. Other than that, thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry I put the wrong date before. It was kind of a mess, I guess. Before we make these trials, we had to clear out the old one because like it was still updating from last time. That's why some of the messages were a little wrong. But thank you for coming. Thank you for putting patience with me. And doing a great job of following mechanics and instructions. Again, we're getting better at this. Like Rugby said, this is the first time we've done it without any wipes. Don't get me wrong, we've completed every single time as far as I know, but we've always had several wipes, 1 or 2, whatever. This is the first time we've done it without a single wipe, which means we are getting better as far as mechanics, gear, level, all that fun jazz. So thanks for coming. Glad to see we're improving.
Rugby, I sent you a trade request because you're looking for Galway stuff?
Yes.
Alright, then yeah, I got one of the things you're looking for then. There you go.
Anybody need reliquins? I got Boots Divines.
Oh, I'll take a Reliquin.
Hey, Reliquin.
Factuously, I saw you had a Jack.
Anyone have any Olorime?
Suko, I'll take
Yeah, I do. I just linked everything that I've got, so look through and tell me if you want it.
Oh, there's
Alright. Let me find it in the middle of all the stuff that's being posted.
Does someone need this Reliquin belt? Because I already got